Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well. Yesterday we started with this new chapter, organizing. Today we are going to do process of organizing. Organizing process involved 4 steps. First step is identification and division of work. Number one thing is that you have to see how much work is there in the organization, and you have to divide the work into specific jobs according to the predetermined plans. So every job should be equal to a set of related tasks that can be performed by an individual. So it should have a specific and definite task to be performed. Means there should be clarity which work is to be performed. So as far as possible, it should define expected results along with the job. So you have to tell this is your job and this is the result whatever is expected. So there should be clarity in performing the job and in expected results as well. So when you are dividing the work, a benefit is there will be specialization of efforts and skills, and plus there will be no duplication of work. So management must ensure that all the activities required to achieve organizational objectives are identified. Okay. Next step in the organizing process is to make departments. So how we are going to make departments? We will group the activities. See, for example, there are 15 activities in one organization. We will group the similar activities. For example, finance related activities will be grouped into one group, and marketing related will be grouped into one group. So in this way we will make groups of the similar activities. So number one thing is we will group the similar and related jobs into larger units. We call them as departments. Like for example, finance related activities will go to finance department. So it facilitates specialization. The departments are linked together and they are interdependent. Aims at achieving coordination and facilitate unity of action. Means if we are making departments, obviously the department will be handled by the specialized people, and there will be coordination also, because all the departments, they are interdependent and interlinked. And in this way we can facilitate unity of action. Means all are going in the same direction. So how we can make departments? There are different bases. For example, we can make departments according to the functions, like marketing function, personnel function, finance function. And we can also make the departments according to the products, like textile department, chemical department, power division. And we can also make the departments according to the territories, like western department, northern, central, eastern. So we can make the departments accordingly. Another step is assignment of duties. So you know that these are the this is a work and these are the departments. Now we have to assign the duties. So define the work of different job positions and allocate work accordingly. So we know that these departments are formed, so the department is placed under the charge of an individual. Means there will be departmental head. So you will assign the duties to that head. Jobs are assigned to an individual best suited to perform it. So you have to make sure that the work whichever you are giving to a person, he or she is able to complete that or not. So you can see their qualification, experience, ability and aptitude of people should be matched with their duties. It is not that you are giving duty and the person is not qualified to perform that duty. So for example, activities of finance should be assigned to a person having qualification and experience in finance. Like you can give duties to a CA, so he can well handle that duty. So assignment of duties is a very major step. You have to give the duties to a person who is able to complete that particular task. Next step in the organizing process is establishing a reporting relationship. Reporting relationship means that we are going to make hierarchy of management here. We are going to make chain of command from top manager to the individual at the lower level. We will establish the relation of superior and subordinate here. Means if I am working in the organization, there will be clarity that from whom I will get orders and I can give orders to whom. Means who is my senior and who is my junior will be established here. So basically the purpose is that the work should be performed properly, and everyone should know that if I am not going to complete the task, my boss is going to check this. So reporting relationship will be established here. This will help in the coordination also and achieving the organizational objectives as well. Your homework is to make a flowchart of organizing process in your notebook, but make sure that you are reading all the content of the steps from this PPT, and how the questions will come in exam. The situation will be given and you have to identify the step of organizing from that situation. So make sure you are very much clear about the steps. Thank you. Have a nice day.